with everything going on, I still show the tobacco, drugs, drinking, nothing causes what they try to make on set to put a fabrication, orchestration. It's not even a cover-up. They false flag at 542 South 18th in Newark, New Jersey no more. What they're doing now is trying to throw supposedly an excessive mental lapse into the equation so they could program something of a national security such as race, religion, politics. And that's why most of YouTube suggestive material they're using now, that they're doing the computer mediated reality and the face-to-face real-time face capture and reenactments with the voiceovers, as they keep like ejecting me right now. Why? It's in real time. International courts is overseeing. You got psychologists, you got military personnel, you got intelligence, and they're still doing the torture in real time, the sodomizing, the sending different shock waves and different things from the anal cavity through the penile structure, coming through, ejections into the back to the points, pulling the shirt, feel a needle being pulled out several times through the thighs. The same aspects such as putting the food smell. That's why they really removed they've been removing all the silverware and utensils to use for a while, but they became more excessive with sending back into space location to look for anything that could seem fit to work with, and then before the week would start, make sure anything he would be able to eat. Make it look like his son. That's what they keep saying. Make it look like his son when it's nothing. Such as put several cans, but even the electric can opener or the metal can opener, make them disappear. When it comes to eating utensil, if something, since they learned, he know how to probably, if you have to open a can or whatnot with, say, a butter knife or whatnot, then use it against him. Meaning, take a picture that you look at that nigga's crazy, but also take a picture of the butter knife and show how he's secluding a certain item to the side. That's the only reason they ain't threw them items away also, is because he'll keep it with him clean, wrapped in the bag. That way he could cook or things with it. So now throw that out. But then it's put the food smell on because it looked like we not complying with him falling into a mindset where we could orchestrate this false flag continuance from Newark, New Jersey. That's why they keep yelling Baraka, Ross Baraka, keep yelling Cuomo or terms. Since that won't work, make them say something in reference to Trump, Trump, Trump. Every article is in reference to race, religion, or politics now. And it showed that even when they put the equative term, when it's sitting, they want them to see how many times they did this for them to understand. Look, they showed them Stephon Marbury earlier. Look how he was put through it. Or, look how he was shamed. Like, you're not special. All right, cool. But when it comes to that Ark of the Covenant, Higgs boxing, that right there on the world level is absolutely different. And that's why it's absolutely, viewpoints, whether remote viewing told them, time travel told them, different psychic or whatnot aspects translated to them, they knew that my existence would cause a definite spiral that would lead towards a world war. Somebody who's not religious, somebody who's not racist, somebody who's not political, somebody that's not anti-government, somebody that's not radicalized, somebody that's not an extremist, somebody that can't be made into being a lone wolf, and somebody that's basically not religion. But the basis is they're still sitting there trying to foreseed it and jeopardizing countless as the days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, just day in, day out. Just like right there, you just hit me with the extra needle under there till I dozed for 10 minutes and woke up Kenneka Jenkins freezing, and they've been freezing me for 2 straight hours. Ice cold, but they put the smell of tobacco. When they realize that don't work, they put the food smell. They realize that don't work. Like, he can still get up and they act like they want him to go to a term, but then they say, we're not torturing. We're not causing things to be obsessed, but they are. But then they'll put the same equative term. That's why yesterday they had an argument where you'll put an egg and have an argument about an egg. It's not the terms of an individual like that because it's still a caliber. What they didn't realize, he still had them, so they had the person report back, oh no, he had soups. All right. Send in, all of a sudden, all the folks disappear. And then you start. So you see the rotation of what they're doing, and it's being force implemented. The same torture went down with the 80-plus-year-old Eloise Carves. And to the point where when I caught on with the food, like if I go get it, make it like she would take it and say, I don't want this not cooked well. Or, where did you get, I don't want that, yeah, I don't want that, but, that told initially she would start to eat it, certain things, but then they wanted her to have a specific item. It'd be the greens. And it was something about the greens. My stomach bitter. Shit went on for weeks. And I go out and get other snacks on the turn like that. Then if she still go over and eat the ice cream, certain things, like I stand there and let her eat, then they'll freeze out. And then they'll freeze and make her take off the sweater while she freezing and walk around naked and freeze. Ooh, I'm cold. There's nothing I can really do. I go try to do it. You can feel like I'm putting the sweater on. They pulling it away. Same way at night. She try to rest. I'm trying to dress. They stripping her. And then it's shaking her just violating. Nothing I could do. You understand? Then when it comes, they'll come through the avatar, through the voice to skull implementation, through the relative, and then have him jumping on her, have him attacking her. But the thing is, you can't put it on the relatives because I hear that's the simulations for one, but you hear the voices of them saying the shit from the connected apartments, or in my perception, it's connected apartments or whatnot. They telling certain people it's a different format, tell certain people it's a hotel, telling other people it's a hospital, telling other people it's a prison. They know I can't balance it, but I know what I've gathered while I'm being subjected to the same shit. So when you see it, this is what it is. And it's all because of that false flag they was caught in the middle of last year around May, June in Newark, New Jersey on the west side. And they tried to play to some individuals like, yo, all we was trying to do for all the other 20 plus houses they said they had wrapped around in Newark and outside of, for whatever, that's their business. But once you return back and you tell people, oh, that's not what we doing, but the main shit you doing is torturing them day in, day out, or doing systematic psychological, germ, nerve, and chemical agents and usage to force a person into supposed submission. Not submission so you'll be in a rotation for what you plan. Oh, no, you're just having a mental lapse or whatnot. You gave him a death sentence when it was unsanctioned, it was unwarranted, it was uncalled for. They started off with a death sentence. When you had the first individuals take over on the term and they were speaking around Labor Day, main shit they were saying, I don't want to do this over a fist fight. Which means they kept emphasizing, supposedly I had an altercation with a cop. That's why they kept emphasizing Kendrick Johnson shit the first week of January, was like trying to get it done by the 11th because it'd be ironic. You know, he had a fight with a cop. You know, his family from Valdosta, you know, get it done by there. Country ass nigga. So that's where all this bragging in great detail in reference to these continuance, but it's show from the gate. Organ Harvesting, Ark of the Covenant, Higgs bossing, that Mars Insight 401V Atlas from Vandenberg. It's a lot of connection. I won't get long-winded with that, but I just emphasize that right now because I just endured it. Endured it all morning. I endured the show. When I endure it, you don't hear it. They not translating it. You know, the cloud come through, they might catch one or two things coming through, but you're not seeing day in, day out. It's overbearing. They eject him Sunday morning, have him seem goofy, like he joking. It's not literal joking, but that's what they do. It's something you give a person where even when they in scrutiny, in pain, or through mental turmoil, it seems like they taking it lightly, where they could be like, man, I thought he was in there looking at him. Like, but that's not the case. Like, this shit day in, day out, systematic torture. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, because it's a lot of people, world powers, serious, true leaders that I'm not associated with, but I know people are taking this some type of way, and they doing it day in, day out, and you endangering millions, because they already know it's a false flag. Anybody you got promoting it, they're being looked upon as such, because you got individuals who you asking who you got issues with, so they could download things into my head, so they could target them, and that's supposed to be a payoff towards certain individuals. Some of these web series, I done overheard through the months, they done offer people immigration clearances, or could bring somebody over, or could lock individuals up they competing with, or could give you studio time, or like I'm listening to, and certain people still stepped away, but there's certain people they can't think past go, but certain people they playing it off and double copying everything. I appreciate you, and I tell the rest, take an account. What they gonna make you whole in account. Your word ain't gonna count for nothing. Yo, I was taking orders, I was doing my job, what I was told. They're not gonna try to hear it. They're gonna say, well, did you have anything that could have led you to a conclusion or a possibility that this picture was much, much bigger, and that you was violating countless all race, color, creed, tag, rank, position, and rank, and that he was already deemed unacceptable for the false flag viewpoint with the racist, the religion, the political, the anti-government, the radicalized, the extremists, the lone wolf, the religious. Did you have anything that could have told you, listen, this shit this Ark of the Covenant Higgs boxing with Kareem, like Chad Foster, has a lot of truth to it. If the ones that's guiding you by now haven't turned to you and confided in you, but they still got you chanting, repeating, and taking full responsibility for it, you have to ask yourself, like, do they have your best interests involved? Have they ever had your best interests involved? And when shit hit the fan, beyond this supposed immunity the agencies, they said, giving them to paint me as a Muslim so they could justify the torture they have done to countless civilian citizens, military families, whatnot, you have to ask, will they have your best interests involved if they still won't even realize this shit's so far gone, how they was told by major intelligence agencies like Interpol, I believe, MI5, Mossad, different aspects. Will they have your best interests involved if they don't even take it into consideration right now?